This time in the Quick Speed Shop, I'm getting rid of my old exhaust and building a new custom 3-inch exhaust for Project Green Machine. I got my new 3-inch exhaust laid out. Now let's go back in time and I'll show you how to connect it all up to the factory head pipes. Alright, here's the head pipe exhaust system for the truck. It's got an oxygen sensor. This is OBD1 emission system, so there's only one upstream sensor. There's no downstream sensor behind the converter. So here's your head pipes. And this monster here is the factory converter, which bolts on here and takes the two pipes into one. This thing's a monster. What I plan on doing is cutting this flange off and going to a small aftermarket converter and a Y pipe. So here's what I got. Bam! I bought this from Summit. It's a 2.5 inch to 3 inch Y pipe, and we'll have a 2.5 inch to 3 inch Y. I bought this OBD1 compliant Magnaflow 3 inch high flow converter. It's number 94109. That's going to go here in place like this. That's what I'm going to build, is a custom 3 inch exhaust with a high flow converter. Down here on the floor you can see the factory converter once again. Now when I put my adapter pieces and all that here like this, all this is going to be the same length, actually a little bit shorter than the factory converter, because I'm going to just weld a small piece between these two. This is all stainless steel, this converter. It's got a heat shield on top which goes up. So this will all replace the factory converter and step me up to 3 inch. Here's the Magnaflow converter 94109, and it's compliant for OBD1 exhaust systems, which this truck is 1995 OBD1. So pre-OBD2 is OBD1. Made in USA. I think it was like about 70 bucks for this Magnaflow high flow stainless steel converter. For the muffler, I also went to Magnaflow. I got this glass pack, 3 inch glass pack. So let's go ahead and we'll take a peek at this. Bam! There it is. It's a probably about 20 inch long, 3 inch straight through glass pack. It's got a little dimple chamber on the inside, but it's aluminized 3 inch. I think it's going to be pretty loud, but we'll see. So the first step here is going to be getting this flange cut off. I'll do my extension pipes, get all that welded together, weld the Y pipe on, then we'll go ahead and mount the whole head pipe assembly back in the truck. Make sure that some kind of hanger hangs it in the back, because the stock converter had a hanger which was rusted off. It was actually attached right here and it's all rusted off. So I'll make a new hanger for that. I'll hang the head pipes, get those all lined up. Then I'll have the Y pipe built on the truck. I'll put the converter on the truck and then figure out the routing for the mid pipe and the muffler and the tailpipe. Yeah, buddy. Now you can see when I cut that off that this is actually 2.5 inch on this side, 2.25 inch on this side. Use this piece with the swedge, slide over and make the extension here at 2.5 to go into the Y. And then this one, flip it around like this and weld it on here. And then I can pull these both in at just a little bit of an angle to pick up the Y pipe, which as you see right now, there's a juxtaposition in action here. So this would slip over that, but the other pipe is too close together. So if I bring it out to about here, I can tweak both these pipes over and they'll slip in here and I can weld all this. Actually tweak this one and get it over just a little bit. Alright, so I got this mocked up where I want to think it's going to be. I put a couple of self-tapping screws into the pipe, which will come out later, because I had to drive these pipes onto here and drive this whole thing together with a mallet. But you can see how these pipes come down and both these flare out a little bit, and they swedged into the Y pipe, and then it goes back into the 3 inch. So I'll take the zip screw and I'll run these screws back out of here, and then first I'll tack it, and I'll pull the zip screws out, and I'm going to weld this fully all the way around and weld these gaps fully all the way around. I've marked with this marker on here about 1 inch overlap. So these pipes are slid into about here and here. I couldn't get full engagement because I wouldn't be able to swedge these pipes in here to change this angle. But I'll weld all this up nice, and I'll weld it and tap down the edges where it's gapped a little bit. I'll hammer work it as I weld it around here. But this will be all welded up nice. I'm going to keep pecking away at this, hammer welding this all the way around until I get this thing all welded up, and then hit it with a grinder just a little bit, and it'll be ready to install in the truck. Alright, bam, check it out. Look at this. I got it all welded up nice, and I added an extension piece here to the Y pipe to get down here. I got the converter. The converter is going to slip on here. This is upside down, so this is the bottom, but there'll be a 3-inch clamp here, and we'll do the rest of the system out the back. And let's compare this to the original converter. This monster here, woo, would have been about here because I cut that flange off. So you can see it's in the same spot, but it's actually about 4 inches shorter. So this is going to be awesome. Alright, so I made a hanger up here. I've got the factory Ford truck hanger which bolts to the frame rail. It's got a piece of rubber under like a heat shield here, and I had a different piece that went down and welded to the bolted onto the catalytic converter flange. That was all rotted off, so simply made this piece of rod, bent it up and welded it right to the pipe. So I'm going to go bolt this whole head pipe on here, install it permanently on the truck, and then we'll build the system back from there. But it's nighttime now, so I'm going to put this on in the dark, and then tomorrow morning when it's bright out, we'll build out the rest of the exhaust system. I got a light on under here. So anyways, here's the head pipe installed now. Here's our Y pipe. You can see where the converter used to mount back here in this tailpipe. So you slip this converter on to see how it's going to look. Bam, nice. It's nice and level at the bottom of the frame, and it's a few inches shorter than the stock catalytic converter was. So this will clamp on here, and then we'll set the muffler back here. But first, I got to get the original muffler and tailpipes out of here. Looks like there's a couple of 3/8 or something screws, or 10mm screws. Can take this hanger off, drop this muffler down, and I'll get the exhaust system pulled on out of here. Then we can fab up this new one. Holy schmoly, look at this sucker. I had to end up cutting the tailpipes off because I couldn't get it up over the rear end. That's a monster muffler, I'll tell you what. The whole reason I started this exhaust, custom exhaust, as you can see right here, these pipes both got bent in the accident, and I kinked them almost right off. This is the factory system. It was kind of scaly anyways, so we cut her right off here. I might cut these are stainless steel tips. I might cut these off and save these, but there we go, liberated the stock exhaust system. Here's the piece de resistance. This is a cheap chrome 3-inch tip that I've had for about 5-6 years. I had to get a Speedway order up over $100 to get free shipping, so I bought this chrome boom tube, and I only had one, and I never had a single exhaust to put it on it. So it's gonna bang. It's gonna stick out here out the side of Project Green machine. They'll probably turn the rusty junk over the winter, but that's all right. I need the extension piece, so I'm gonna use this on this truck. So right up here, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna cut this off. Let's see, yeah, this way. I'm gonna cut this off here, and this is gonna be the extension to come out the side of the box. And then I'll weld this in wherever this goes, and we'll cut this thing off outside the truck here at the appropriate angle. So I'm going to go ahead and get back under here, put the catalytic converter on. I'm going to use the new mid pipe. I'm going to measure that up and cut that up, then get the muffler length on to have the side pipe poke out here where it's got to poke out. After some fitting around and all that, I've cut the YouTube piece. I cut my 45-degree angle off it, and I've got it marked down to where I want. And now I'm going to tack it into the muffler. And then this is the tailpipe section here. So I'm going to tack it in the muffler first. I'm going to add an extension to the tailpipe. So let me tack this on. Alright, so this is, I've marked the muffler top. The lining is just a little bit different inside, so I think I'm going to use this as a top. So I've tacked the tailpipe in, but I need to extend it out to get it outside the truck. So I'm just going to take the 3-inch extension piece. I'm going to weld this on here for now. I'm going to cut most of the overlap off. I'm going to weld this on here for now. This will get it outside the truck. I decided not to go with that chrome tip after all, because I'm pretty sure it's cheap chrome and it will just probably turn into a ball of rust very shortly, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to take this galvanized, or not galvanized, I'm going to take this aluminized extension pipe I got from Summit. First I'm going to wing ding most of this overlap off, because that doesn't need to be inside. Like so. Boom. Here, we'll tack this onto here, like so. That'll get the pipe out. I know I need just a little bit of bend here, so I'm going to put this in just a little bit of angle, because I need just a little bit more bend to get out of the truck. But this little bell socket here helps me do that. So I'm just going to eyeball her up. So now I got this extended out where I want it. Let me see. Yep, that put just a little bit of kick in there like I needed it to right here. Ooh, the muffler's smoking. Look at that. So now I'm going to take this back out under the truck, hold it up there, and see how much extension piece I need between here and the catalytic converter. I think I'm going to clamp the converter in the front so that doesn't rotate around, so I'm going to start to get things lined up here. So then I'll come back and we'll weld an extension into the muffler on this side, and then there'll be a clamp on the converter. So I'll go out and do that fitting. Hold on, I'll be right back. Bam, there we go. Ooh, it's hot, it's hot. It's all welded up. Here's my hanger here. You see the hanger? Where is it? There it is. So here it is, all welded up. Let's go out and we'll stick it on the truck and bolt it down, clamp it down, then we'll cut the end of this super long extension pipe off. Bam. I'll just get a file and I'll file up these jagged edges, clean this up. But I think that looks pretty cool sticking out here. And the next thing we're going to do, we're going to fire this thing up and see what it sounds like. bam, so that's it. Custom exhaust system on Project Green Machine here. It sounds freaking awesome. It's not real loud at idle, which I like because I don't want to be waking people up at 6 o'clock in the morning on my way to work. But it sure is a screamer when you're cruising under load and getting on it. So I'm real happy with it. This 3-inch exhaust is going to work great for towing and cruising. It made this truck one more step closer to badassness. So I'm really glad I did it. So as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm putting out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Hit the bell for alerts. Tell your friends. And as always, we'll see you right back here at the Quick Speed Shop for more F250 Green Machine action and other stuff right here at the Quick Speed Shop.